The way you do one thing is the way you do everything. This has been the hardest and the best thing that I've learned in Kundalini Yoga. I'm the kind of girl that always wanted the easy Kriya, the praying Kriya, the stillness Kriya. And in the last 6 months, I've been doing the Jupiter Kriya. And the reason I bring this up, it's taught me so much about how I give up, how I sell myself short, how I have so much doubt. And y'all, it's healing. So sometimes they ask, right? Why, how could this like change your life? It changes your life because it's challenging, because it's difficult, and it is a spiritual technology. And I get to face the ego inside of me that was always going, it's too hard. Let's be comfy. Let's be in our comfort zone. Those are the two worst words to your soul. And we are at a time in humanity with this soul lesson that is about everybody is on task to be a leader. A leader in your community, in your family, to make a difference in life. Here comes Mukunda. She loves to make a difference in life.
Big kissing dad. And I'm sitting over here with a smile on my face. I got a big old smile with my stash. And here's why I'm smiling. I love what Maharaj just said. It is so true. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And for some reason, as human beings, we can hear something like that. Mm-hmm. We can have an experience in something, and then all of a sudden we just go right back to the way we were, and nothing's really changing. And it's because of the one thing that we did is going to translate into everything we do. Now,
that's the good news.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
That's exciting.
It's so exciting
Yeah.
because what it means is, and you know how he and I are always saying, you gotta have sadhana, you gotta have, what is a sadhana? It's a morning or some day in your day, a practice.
Something.
That you go all out, and that all out eventually is all out as a wife, all out as a business owner, all out as a human being leading in this world. And you look at our world, it's insane.
Yeah.
We all know it. We can't keep hiding. We can't stay in our comfort zone.
Yeah, because what's happening when we're in our comfort zone is we all know we're not fucking comfortable.
No.
We're scared shitless, right? And why are we scared shitless? Because we're not allowing ourselves to practice that one thing in such a way that it's going to translate into the rest of our lives. For example, look what's going on in the world right now. Look at the polarity and everything that's happening. And we go along and we have this like feeling in our stomachs that are like, oh my God, I'm fucking terrified. I don't know where this is going. I don't know what's going to happen. I have expectations. I don't know what the outcome of anything is going to be met or it's going to mean. Here's what happened. We're walking up the trail this morning. I heard Maharaj in there doing the Jupiter Kriya, which she does every Thursday, which she's been doing for months now, every Thursday. Every Thursday, it's very quiet in our house because I know she's in there. I can hear when she's getting into the later minutes, 15, 20 minutes of it, because I can hear her breath. I can feel her actually, but I can hear her in the other room. So this morning she had a real breakthrough experience, and it's because of the accumulation of doing it, setting an intention, following up the intention with a commitment, creating a consistency in the intention. And so she had a realization. We're heading up the trail this morning and she's sharing about it with me. She's sharing about this, what's happening with her and how it's happening and how it's translating into her life. By sitting there and going through the Jupiter Kriya for the 31-minute time that it is, and dealing with herself, dealing with what she's dealing with is all of the stuff that is freaking her out in life.
Making me sad, miserable.
Scared.
You know, the biggest thing that has been building for me in the 6 months is the tremendous amount of fear and doubt that my samskars have, and my ego runs with it. maybe GWF isn't a good idea. I don't know about this 3-day. Even like, oh my God, maybe you and the granddaughter shouldn't leave the house. And so it comes to a crescendo, because how do I know my doubt? I want to look and see how much time's left. Well, I know. The timer's gonna go off. I don't need it's unbelievable what's working out. And also, like, I've learned how, like, when it starts to hurt, like, I can tweak certain things. What it's taught me how to do, I will not die for being uncomfortable. In fact, not only will I not die, I will get stronger, and I will find my faith in God in a way I've never found it before.
Exactly. And so what I got from what she was saying this morning was the ability that she is using to do this Kriya. At some point in that Kriya, in the time allotted, in the breath, in the realization, because you got to remember, in Kundalini Yoga, we don't just meditate like this, right? It's a physiological shift that's happening. It's a pranic adjustment that's happening, which can appear like pain. It can appear to you like it's pain, right? It's a pranic adjustment in the body, because you're actually holding your limbs at a certain angle for a certain amount of time, which is going to create that pranic adjustment, which we can call pain if we want, but in reality, it's a pranic adjustment. So her ability in it, by staying in it and not faltering from it, not removing herself from it, not taking a break when she doesn't need a break, but holding, her ability is translating into nobility. She is becoming noble now in the posture, like the queen that she is.
Yay! You are too.
And in that nobility of realizing and understanding, when she's in that posture, and now nothing can stop her, that nobility turns and fuels her ability to, when she's done, that starts to translate into her life. And here's the point I really want to make with all this. If you want to stop being afraid, and you want to stop wondering and chalking up that the world is so big and the country's so big and there's so many hundreds of millions of people, and what can I possibly do? If you want to eliminate yourself from that kind of guilt or shame or feeling helpless and all that, this is what's happening when she does this.
This is what we do. And, in a class, you get to experience parts of it. It's the invitation. And then, it's when we say the 40-day, let's do this for 40 days. Sometimes we start off with like 75. By the end, maybe 18 of you are still standing. And that's normal. Actually, that's a pretty good ratio. But we're about to do this 3-day retreat in studio. You can do it online, whatever. But here's what, in a retreat, we're going to push. And this isn't to push you to be a teacher trainer. This is to push you to be you. This is about and it's going to be on the weekend of the solar eclipse, when Mama Moon and the Earth and the Sun come together in this Libra Aries axis and says, God the Father and Divine Mother Sophia is like, children, I need every single one of you, all hands on deck, to be the leader you are. We all lead in these beautiful ways, but you can't do it when you're full of fear and doubt. I've been a leader in some way for over a decade, and it has been painful. It has been unauthentic. It has not been in alignment until I push myself to face my fear and my doubt. And then that nobility comes, and we want that with you. So we need more time with you. You gotta go through the pain, and then go through a sound healing, and then journal. You gotta be with your family at Great Divine Flow and talk and like link arms together. We're freaking doing this, and what that looks like is we are standing up for love, and we aren't backing down.
And it gets rid of that feeling of hopeless or helplessness, that you feel like this is all too big for you or me to actually make a difference. The only difference that matters to me is what the difference is inside of me. It doesn't matter what the difference for you is for me. It's only about what the difference is for me inside of me, because that's the only thing that's going to change the way that I see things. And if I change the way I see things, I can relate differently, and I can actually get something done that's going to be, to me, in a positive direction for our world and our planet.
You know, I do astrology readings and healings, and they're wonderful. But what the biggest suffering of the family at Great Divine Flow and the family on Earth is, we are terrified. You know it. It's that uneasy, like, whether you're Democrat, Republican, gay, straight, man, woman, different race, it doesn't matter. We all have our own twist of, oh God, where's this going? And we also have the answers inside of us, but we can't feel them. We can't be there for each other. One of the things that the gift of this has given, I'm around people more. I started really not wanting to be around people because my personality was terrified of you. You hurt my feelings. You made me feel afraid. But now, as this nobility rises, I understand I need to be able to hear you and not crumble and not argue with you either. Listen, learn, figure out how to have compassion, connection, and evolution together.
And you get that feeling of what Mahanraj just explained. Let's be honest. We have that feeling of security. We have that feeling of always knowing it's all going to be okay. When do we have that feeling? We have it when we practice. We have
every
it
single time.
Especially when we're together in groups, because we're all like-minded souls. But it all starts with you and ends with you.
So, you know, if you're new to us, just come online and do a regular class.
If you're new to us, then my mustache is not new to you.
Now we just call him Mustachio.
Mustachio. There's like a whole another entity going on in our house.
I'm like with a new man.
We need to check with Mustachio before we go forward.
Yeah, exactly. So all of this is building up to the 40-day that we'll do on the equinox, but more important, the 3 days called the Ring of Fire, because the Earth is going to step in front of the sun. I'm sorry, not the Earth, the moon, and it's going to be at like 9 o'clock on Saturday the 14th. We're going to be out in a beautiful area, and we'll experience the eclipse, do an amazing meditation, but we are going to heal. We are going to use our ability to stand in our power and become the noble, royal humans we are. We are God's children. We are Divine Mom Pa's children. They are the king and queen of the universe. That makes you noble, royal. And every single one of us is needed to help our earth and our children. We love you.
We love you.
Satnam.
Satnam.